We're going to stop in and talk to Coach Shane Anderson as they prepare for the Robinson Rockets. Hello, this is Roy Gillis, Centex Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in. We're getting ready to go to Coach Shane Anderson of the Connolly Cadets and get an update for this week. Hello, Coach. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well, man.
Doing pretty good.
First, let me say happy birthday, man.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. I've been so busy today, I forgot it was my birthday.
Man, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Well, we're coming off of a bye week, and we're getting ready to tune in towards the Robinson Rockets. And what do you think so far this week, Coach, trying to get back into the swing of things?
I think we're in a good place. I think we had a good bye week, got some things done last week. Like we talked about last week, our number one deal was to focus on our academics and to make sure everybody's eligible. And I'm glad to say that we did not lose anybody off of our varsity football team. And so all of them maintain their academic eligibility, and we're ready to get district play started.
Yeah, Coach. So going into starting district, now we're getting ready. You're going in at 500 and going into district. Tell us what that's going to be able to bring to your team. Like I know we've talked about before, you guys had a pretty hectic pre-district schedule. What are some of the things you learned in those 4 games that are going to be able to help you going into district?
Well, the first thing I learned is that whoever scheduled those first 4 games is not very smart. But no, we learned a lot about our football team. We learned that we're a good football team and that we have all the pieces that we need to compete for a district championship and to make a deep playoff run. And so, we just got to build on some things and tweak some things. And we've made some adjustments, personnel, move some people around in some different spots and, flip-flop some things. And I think it's going to be, better for us overall. And then, the number one thing during 2020 is staying healthy. And not only physically healthy, but, avoiding this virus and taking care of ourselves. We're in a bubble here together, but, once these kids leave here every day, they're responsible for their own actions. And so we've preached that to them, and hopefully they're doing what they're supposed to, and their families doing what they're supposed to give our kids a chance to stay healthy. And we're going to control what we can control and make the best out of any situation that comes our way.
Yeah, Coach, what's been your message to them, the kids, in staying focused on staying healthy? I mean, kids.
Well, obviously, it's our responsibility, as educators and as coaches and adults in the environment we have here to make sure we check our temperatures every morning when we come in. The kids, we have a thermometer out in the facility. They check their temperature. We're never in the locker room more than 10 to 12 minutes. The 15-minute window is what the health department's pushing. So we make sure we're never in there longer than 15 minutes. We have a locker between each kid. Each kid's provided a mask. We have the shields on our face masks to kind of a splash guard protection there. Yeah. We've done about everything there is to do, and we just tell the kids it's in their hands, and we can't totally avoid it. We understand that, but if they feel bad, we tell them stay at home, and so I know. We've had to deal with a little bit around here so far, but it's nothing been too crazy. I know there's been a lot of teams that have had to deal with a whole lot more, and so we're just going to keep hoping and praying and doing our part that it stays out of here, and then we'll see how it goes.
And Coach, I think you guys have done a pretty good job of keeping everybody healthy from that standpoint. And the last couple of weeks, you guys had a couple guys that were hurt in a different way, like actually physically hurt. And they're going to be coming back this week. So tell us a little bit about that. And we know you had Tyler Webb. I know was out the last game. And I think Parrish Cox had missed the game as well. So you got a few guys coming back from injury. How was everything going with that, with their rehab and stuff?
It's going well. Parrish missed the first 2 games with a hamstring that he had hurt during the scrimmage. And he came back, the last 2 games, Springtown minimal, and then he played against Palestine. He's back 100%. He's ready to go for district. Unfortunately, Tyler Webb is still out with an ankle leg injury, and he's probably going to be out for a couple more weeks, and then he's doing rehab and starting that process there, and we're just going to keep pushing that issue with him, and keep him in good spirits and keep him. He's a great young man, senior leader for us, and got to stay positive, and hopefully we can get him back during the district race.
So what adjustments, Coach, in that same light, what kind of adjustments had you have to make offensively, losing your starting quarterback and now running into district? I know you got some pieces that came back that I know you're using, but what kind of adjustments have you really had to make on offense?
Well, obviously you got to plug somebody else in, just like we did against Palestine, and when we have just a man for that job. I mean, he did it for 13 games last year, so I don't think we're going to miss a beat there with KB and Gaither playing quarterback. Offensive line, we've shuffled it a little bit. Same personnel, just moved some positions around to try to fit our scheme a little bit better. And then obviously we got to continue to improve in throwing the football. If we can throw the football, keep them from stacking the box, then we got a chance to be really, really explosive offensively.
So, Coach, you guys are getting ready to start off district. I believe everyone's going to be starting their first games in district. What is some of the things you've been able to look at? What does the district look like? I know you've been able to scout and look a little bit, especially coming off the bye week at some of the other teams. You got Salado coming in at 4-1. You got China Spring at 4-0. You got Robinson this weekend coming in. So what is the district shaping up and looking like so far to you?
Well, we're going to open up with Robinson. I believe Gatesville and Salado are playing each other, and then China Spring and Gerald are playing each other. So, there'll be three good football teams, and then three good football games. And then, each and every week we're going to have to, bring our A game. Obviously, China Spring's ranked in the top 10 right now. They're playing a really good brand of football, and, they're undefeated, and, their kids are confident, and their coaching staff is confident. And then, Salado's, 4-1. I think their loss is 21-7 loss to Grandview, who's defending back-to-back, 3A Division I state champs. And I think Salado had a chance to win that game. I think the 21-7. I think it should have been more like 14-7. Had a little fluke deal at the end. But those two teams right there, I would think would be in the talk for a district championship along with ourselves. And Robinson's getting better and better. They're starting to find their identity offensively. And then they're still doing what they've been doing the last couple of years defensively. Gatesville picked up their first win, under their new head coach in the last 2 years, a couple weeks ago against Hillsborough. So those kids have a little confidence now coming into district, and then. Gerald's still trying to find their identity. They're still trying to pick up their first win. They do a great job down there, but they've had to come up from 3A to 4A ball, and so that's been an adjustment, and that's been something that they have to get used to. And unfortunately for them, this is not really the district you just want to jump into to get accustomed to playing 4A football. But their coaches do a great job. Their kids do a great job. They're going to continue to compete and continue to play hard, and you just got to make sure you cross T's and dot I's every Friday night.
So what does the head coach of an athletic director of a football team do on his birthday after he's been working all day? What do you do today, Coach? What do you do?
Well, I got up at 4 this morning and came into the office and met with my defensive coordinator and made sure we had all our ducks in a row for our Wednesday practice, and then met with my offensive coordinator, make sure we had a practice plan. We had a staff meeting at 5:30 a.m. Kids started rolling in shortly after 6. We hit the field about 6:45, and we had a great practice. We've had a great 3 days of practice, probably our best 3 days we've had.
That's awesome.
Back to back to back, and I think the cool weather helped. That always gets everybody feeling froggy and bouncing around and getting excited about football, and then. Like I said, having that first 6 weeks of school behind us is another burden that, makes you always feel well when everybody can, maintain their eligibility. And so we had a great practice, and then we've just been going about our day, doing what we do every day. And then this evening, I'll spend some time with my coaches. We get together on Wednesdays and cook out and hang out together. Kind of make some final adjustments in our game plan so not everybody. It's not a requirement, but it's just kind of a social deal. We get together and spend some time together. Outside of the facility, and so we're gonna have a little birthday party this evening, and I guess they'll bake me a cake and sing happy birthday to me.
Yeah, that's what we want to hear about. Make sure you video that, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Coach, before we let you go, just tell us a few keys for Robinson that you got this week coming in for Friday. Like you said, first district game. What are a couple of things that you guys are going to have to do to be able to come out with a W this weekend?
Well, it's just like any other week. The first thing we're going to do is take care of the football offensively and then eliminate the big plays defensively. If we can do those two things, we'll give ourselves a chance to be in the ball game. And if we can do that, then we'll have a great opportunity to be 1-0.
Coach, we want to thank you so much for coming by. As always, again, from Centex Sports, we want to say happy birthday, man.
Happy
we're
birthday,
not going to do
Coach.
any singing. We're not going to sing for you here, but I would like to.
I saw y'all singing at church the other day on social media. I think y'all can sing happy birthday. Get them tambourines out and get the singing. Hey, I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Coach.
No problem.
Again, happy birthday, man, and we'll talk to you soon. See you on Friday night.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you have it. Coach Shane Anderson, Connolly Cadets, as they prepare for the Robinson Rockets coming into McPeople Stadium on Friday night. Jalen, what are some keys to the game, man?
Like you said, keys to the game mostly are going to be taking care of the football. Like you said, Robinson's got they've got a new regime there, new head coach, so they're trying to get some stuff in place with the system. So they've struggled some this season, but like you said, I think they've been getting better just about every week. So they're going to have to take care of the football first and foremost. Tyler Webb is going to be out another week, or he said maybe a couple weeks. So we're going to have Kavian Gaither back at quarterback. Like he said, 13 games last year. He started at QB, so that's going to be no problem for him. And getting the passing game going and getting the running attack going as well with him.
Yeah, I still think, that's really been one of the keys for Connolly over the last 3 years, in that they are defensively, I believe, ready at this point. We just need to give them a few more opportunities to get a few more big plays. Mm-hmm. And of course, the last few years they had Sunday that would always at least 2 big plays a game. But that big play this year, to take that next step, I really believe is going to have to come with some innovativeness in passing. Of course, Gaither is an athlete, and he fills in where wherever you plug him, that's where he fills in at, and that's great. But they really are going to have to find a way to for that passing game to kind of take some of that load off of the backfield, so that teams are not able to stack the box on them. And as they move forward, we know that that's what every defensive coordinator is going to do. He is going to stack the box and say, now you beat me, or make me come out of this 8-man front. And so I think that's going to be the key. And maybe this week, starting with Robinson, that offensive staff can kind of get some plays together that the kids can execute to be able to take that next step.
Yeah, they're going to have to be able to get some big plays going, especially as they get later into the district, facing teams like Salado and China Spring, who are really having great seasons so far this year. And like you said, just being able to get those big plays off, I think they have the ability to. They've got a big receiver on the outside with Jay Joyner, about 6'3", 6'4". They've got Trey Wisner, who has been just big plays all year long. So if they can find a way to feature some more guys and like you said, to be able to get those big plays, I think that they're going to be pretty good shape heading into the end of district here.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Wisner kid. I really think they've got to find a way to get the ball in his hands in space a few more times a game, and give him the chance, because from what I've seen, if he can make that first man miss, he gets very, very explosive after about 7 steps. He's pretty explosive, so they can find a way to get him in space. I think that they could get a few more big plays from there. That Salado team that Coach Anderson mentions, and you just mentioned, is out there on the horizon. That Salado team is on the horizon running. I think it's Wing T. And they obviously have a pretty good team this year. So you're gonna have to do some scouting, man, and find out what's going on up there in Salado.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to that game, but we cannot bypass Robinson. Conley does not want to be the team that Robinson starts their turnaround on. And so we're looking for a great matchup this weekend. Anything else you want to add before we let the folks go?
Yeah, guys, just make sure you guys are following us on all social medias, like we say all the time. CentexSportsNetwork.com. Make sure you guys are going on there, subscribing, and giving us feedback. We always love to hear you guys' feedback, and just thank you guys once again for your support that you've shown us so far this season.
All right. Well, again, thank you for tuning in to this Coach Talk episode with Shane Anderson. We're going into another week, and we're looking for great things from Conley Cadets. Make sure if Conley's not your team, they're the team that we're featuring this year, and the Conley Independent School District reached out to us, and we are so thankful to be a part of this season this year. And but if you're watching another team, make sure you inbox us scores. We're keeping up with scores, and we'll announce those scores and your name on air if you just send us those scores as those games happen. And so we're looking forward to a great matchup Friday night against the Robinson Rockets. And tune in, CentexSportsNetwork.com, Centex Sports Network on Facebook, Twitter, Centex Sports. And make sure we hear from you on all of those different platforms. This has been Roy Gillis with my co-host Jalen Gillis, signing off until Friday night against Robinson. We'll see you soon.